Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, this is Mr. Black Channel here at Ticker Talker, and we just had this swearing in of our new president and the market blasting into the highs, but it's not everybody. So you do have the SPY doing this. We've been waiting for this break for a while. If you go to the upper middle, the inside week, here's the outside, inside break, right? You'll notice a little bit of a difference now that we've broken that. You can see these bars in here are all choppy, and now straight upper, and if you go to QQQ, in QQQ, going into the highs as well. Also taking that inside week to the upside here in the upper middle. Outside, inside. 312 Chicago into the highs. You can notice a little bit difference than this chop. So there's a few cross currents going on there, which I'll get to in a second. But we've been looking for the difference between the XLK, right? Now you can see upper middle, inside week to the upside, all right, and the SMH. And the SMH, which has been leading here, now they're taking profits here and going back into some fangers. So we got Netflix earnings last night giving us this. Netflix, the big gapper upper and going after the new highs here. That old high over here, 575.37, and boom, new high. So you got exhaustion risk on that. Just on the gap. But the good thing is that gets them all going pretty much, because you had Google. Talked about this last night in the strat attack. It was already upper middle, inside week to the upside, right? And off she goes. A little quick on this one. We'll see right now on this 30. One of the things we look for, the two up, the lower middle, lower left, the two down, and now back up, hammer. So we're going to see this above 1873.73. It's there right now for the next half an hour. Googs. There's also a little bit coming back into Facebook. And Facebook, don't call it a comeback, but it totally is. And so once again, here, you see this inside day? That called the lows. Outside bar, taking out both sides. Inside bar, reversal, the 312. They have the 312 continuation on the weeklies, right? On the SPY cues. And then here's your reversal on Facebook. And what that does is trying to reverse lower middle, the inside month and quarter break, and come back into it. Now it's still red on the month, but if you go to the upper middle, you're going to see this two down by taking out the low, reversal right here on the weekly Facebook above 263.47. All right, so that's good for the rest of the week. If we go to Microsoft, and Microsoft waking up here too. And now a little tight up here as it's had a nice run. Still inside on the month is a problem. It's still an inside quarter as well. We want to get out of there, but you just here, right? You're going to see this on the weekly, upper middle, inside week to the upside over 218.91. Boom, 224.40. Nice move, and it didn't gap through it. You can buy that when that breaks like that. So we'll see. Right now it's just kind of stalling out up here. Maybe get yourself the inside 60, so we'll see what happens if it breaks above that over 224.57. All right, yeah, right now. So we'll see. These broader averages still starting to skirt the highs. If we go to Amazon, and Amazon also still an inside month and an inside quarter. All right, and you can see this chop in the upper middle. Chop, 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 chop. Now maybe it'll wake up. So now it's here, took out the previous week's lows, and then bam, 2 week reversal back up. So we'll see if there's any more in the tank over there. If we go to home builders, coming in hard to these things today. And home builders, just exhaustion risk by going into the highs, but green on all time frames. So we'll see if those set up again. LGIH does this. So here on the weekly, you can see this. Slight lower low, that's a two down, boom, reversal back up. Changing the month in the lower middle back into green after stopping them all out down on here. And if you go to the daily, you're going to see this. It's in my weekend video, I believe. Here, just blow this up for you. Daily broadening formation coming back through a previous range. That's what we like, right? Because we know that if anybody's short, they're going to be stopped against pivots and where they got in. So coming back through that previous range is going to be pretty key for LGIH. But it's pretty broad base. You can go almost anybody over there. And you'll see KBH, Ripper, and you can see here in the lower middle, inside bar goes down, but then comes back in and goes green. And because we know the phenomenon of going outside bars, taking out both sides of a range exists, as soon as that goes green there, boom, we're going outside. All right, DHI here still has some room to do it. You see that? So here's your slight lower low on the weekly. Oop, nope, did it. Sorry, just updated. Slight lower low. Now you're going to try and take out these guys for the upper part of the broadening formation because you know this is an outside bar now, which is a broadening formation of that. All right, Toll Brothers here. Potential outside month on that one as well. So like I said, you can go right down all of them here. MDC, boom, outside month. Pulte, how's Pulte doing? Pulte home, there you go, another 1 bar rev strat of the inside month, and then take that out. So these things have been pretty strong. We'll see if they can get some corrective activity to find our way in there. If we go to Carmax, Carmax ripping here. And Carmax, you see this in the lower middle. In the lower middle, the inside month to the upside. All right, boom, off she goes, and real strong in here. We'll see if we can get something to slow down. Maybe get yourself an inside 30. We'll see. A lot of this stuff really came firing out of the gate. If we go to CYRX, CYRX, once again, here's your inside month, lower middle, after the outside, 3, 1, 2. Is that something you'd want to know about? Sure is. And then you can follow it up, inside day in the upper left. All right, there's your consolidation, and boom, no gap, and off she goes. If you're really good, you get this here on the weekly. You see this? This is support. Is it? Stop them out. 2 down by taking out the low, back up reversal, and off she went, triggering the month. Real nice in there. And then you had this 2 days to let her line up for you. If we go to YQ, and YQ, it's a newer issue, but one of the things we like to do is come back through previous ranges. See this weekly? Here, slight lower low, and then 2 down, 2 up, and back through the previous range, which gave you all this kind of stuff here. Now you stop a bunch of these guys out. We'll see if this thing sets up again for you. Here, if we can take out that 60, we've got some distance on that. If we go to ILMN, in ILMN, was watching this one, was in the video last night because of the inside day here, upper left. All right, and if that works, it's going to take out this outside week, right, in the upper middle. If that works, we're looking to take out the all-time high here at 404.20. All right, so got just a few more, another point on that. If you go to Amgen, and Amgen doing this here, inside month to the upside. All right, so that's still good. And we'll see if that sets up again. Once again, here's an inside 60. All right, and we'll see how that handles that consolidation. Keeping an eye on these broader averages. Q's going with the highs, and SPY going with the highs. They're still driving higher here. If we go to INTU, and INTU here, the inside week, right? So here's the reversal on this. This took out the previous low, right? And then inside, back up through the previous range. Right now it just stalls out a little bit. And here, if you go lower middle, or lower left, I'm sorry, you'll see the inside 60, and then it pokes down. This will be some potential rev strat. So when this closes out, we'll be looking above where the highs of that is. Q's into the highs. Q. As I've been saying, once these inside weeks break, it's going to a whole new ball game, right? We've been waiting for this for a while, right? Now you're seeing it. This is what I was talking about. Okay, if you go to NTNX. And NTNX, once again, still an inside month, but you can see this in the lower middle, this broadening formation here, trying to work on that. If we go to the weekly upper middle, you can see the inside week after the 2 down, right? Down, inside, reversal back to previous range. That's what we like, right? Did here on the daily here too. You see this? Slight lower low, boom, reversal back through previous range. NTNX, we'll see if that sets up again for you. If we go to EH, and EH, just nice big long green bar here, all right, on the month, the week, the continuation ever since this. Here you can see this inside week in the upper middle. Pokes down a little bit. There's your rev strat. And boom, off she goes. So here, down in the lower left, you'll see this. To stop them out on the 60. stop them out right here, and then back through, boom, Momo hammer into the highs, and off she goes. We'll see if that sets up again. And don't even have to change the symbol very much, but EHTH. Netflix goes to the highs. EHTH right now inside on the 60. We'll see what this is directional because you're going up, sideways up. That's got to go. Sorry, so no reversal on that. But you've got that above 78.41, and you can see that slight on the month, slightly outside month, been kind of crammed in here. But waking up on the weekly as it's coming back to the previous range, that's good, right? There's also inside day here in the upper left, back through the previous range. So far, it did its job. We'll see if there's anything more to it. Once again, we had some more fun with this one. It's not for everybody with all the halts and stuff, and now it's mellowing out. But GRTS, and whenever you have a big enough range like this, it's something you want to keep on the radar for the rest of the day, just in case it starts breaking this 60 back up. So we'll see here. If we go to Kirk, and Kirk here, daily, inside day, slight lower low. There's your Rev Strat day. Boom. Take out stops here, here, and here. Exhaustion rest by going into the highs, but you'll see this 60 here. Inside 60 here. Up, sideways. See if we can get measured move out of that. See if that sets up again for you. Q's to the highs. OBLN. Here we go. Here's some shenanigans for you. I used to be somebody up into here. And 60 a little quick. How about a 30? There you go. Right here. The inside 30. Right here. You see that? Boom. Above this here. Real nice in there. Above 670. How about a nice 15er for you? There you go. Inside on the 15 right there too with that 30 to trigger these guys. Right through this range. You see that? Boom. Off she goes. Still going. As I was saying on the downside, that SMH is giving it up here. Not the end of the world because it's still green in the 2 on the week and on the month. But you can see this with the Qs rallying coming all the way back down. MU was inside weaking up, but now coming back in. You see this? LRCX. LRCX coming in. Potential outside day to the downside. AMAT. Here. Potential outside day, so we can keep an eye on these. If this market weakens at all, right now it's still just powering into the highs, and they're just rotating out of here because you can see AMD going nowhere on this, and this thing's been having all sorts of trouble down in here with Xilinx and Nvidia still going nowhere on this. Nvidia coming back up a little bit here right now, but those guys having some problems. We also had some problems with the financials. FAS here not doing much on this rally with XLF. Not much on this rally. They're not totally killing them, but you got JP Morgan here as an inside day to the downside. Where you might get a little more heat is if you can take out this week in the upper middle. Here, if you can get a 2-2 reversal in the week, that might get a little bit more. You got Citicorp doing that. So one of the things we look for is this upper middle outside bar, 2 up, and then back through the previous range, because previous range of an outside bar, because this is a broadening formation. So if we don't have a reversal, we're going to go down and take this out, right? That's what we'd be looking for here in Citicorp. You got a few more of those doing that. Is PPG here. Once again, that outside, then up, and then back through the previous range. It's also happening in FAST, F-A-S-T. Here. Because you can recall, here's what we look for on the daily. Pokes down, then pokes up, stops them out, and then boom, right here is your 2-2 reversal. 2 up, 2 down on FAST, which reconfirms this. All right? Running out of time always, because remember last week we talked about this one, CTXS, right? Took an extra week, but remember, outside bar on the weekly, pokes down, no reversal against you, you're going to take that out. It wasn't a huge magnitude, and that's an inside day today, but it's important to be able to know what all these setups, because there's lots of them and they work. If we go to just a couple more, OIH having some problems here, not enjoying this. That's an outside day after an inside day. Still inside on the week though, and They're bringing in the guns. Unity. Inside weekend down for Smith and Wesson. So you can see that rotation. And until we get some sort of, Facebook only has, until we get some sort of discernible corrective activity in the SPY, that'll change a few things. But so far, full steam ahead. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob. So this is the WAC channel here at Ticker Talk with the Strat Time Report.